All right, so it's a beautiful day here on Sunday afternoon in North Alabama. It's 60 something degrees. I am found a little time to get out and work some bees. Well, let me flip this camera around. All right, finally. This in the orange is a split that I did a couple of weeks back. And they have been doing very well. So I'm fixing to transfer this, it's a 5-frame nuke basically, over to a permanent hive, which is right next to it. The orange, the nuke had been sitting right there on that double concrete block, and I have slid them over. That's why they're a little confused, because they're so used to going in at that exact same spot. But anyway, I'm going to show you how I transfer this over. There's probably nothing going to be magical about it, and no, I doubt you'll learn some fancy piece of information from it, but I just thought I would do it. Some people just like watching bees, and I'll show you the frames up close, and hopefully she has been busy with laying a lot of brood. So let me get a camera set up and we'll go from there. Okay, I may explain this just a minute ago, and if I did, I'm sorry I'm duplicating, but I had the 5-frame nuke. This was a split that I'd done. I took the original queen from the hive and 4 or 5 frames of bees and some brood and some they had already had a little honey or nectar and some bee bread. I think they've done fairly well in it, but I'm hoping and I'm thinking that this 5-frame nuke is packed out, and that's why I'm gonna move it to the permanent hive. My number one goal is to get this moved over without the injuring the queen. So the whole time that I'm going to be pulling frames, I'm going to be looking for her, and if I find her, then I will put her in a queen catcher and set her aside so I can work without, you know, making sure that I don't injure her. Also, I make sure that whatever order those 5 frames are in this nuke, I make sure that they go in the same order in the permanent hive. So all right, let me set this camera up and we'll see what we can do. For starters, I'm going to let you see what it looks like down inside there. I'm hoping when I take this lid off, they're just busting at the seams, so let's just see. I don't know if I'd say a busting at the seams, but I'd say it looks really good, so it's ready to be moved. So, all right, here we go. And I'm sure that I will cut this video down because it's going to be way too long. I'm sure you people don't want to just watch me do every bit of this, but let's see if I can do this without getting stung too. I'm going to go to the furthest frame. And I'm doing this right in the middle of the day. That kind of helps a little bit with the foragers. They're still out. I'm not having to worry about them so bad. I'm pretty sure that this nuke has, okay, so this is a totally empty frame. So we'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and just slide this over. All right, we got stuff on the next one. So let me go ahead and put this one down in here. That is absolutely nothing to write home about. I was kind of hoping they had built some on there. Well, let's go to the next one. All right, this looks better. Plenty of bees, but right now I'm not seeing any brood on this, which concerns me. If the queen, what is she doing? What are we paying her for? Let me just see if I can find her on here. Because there is nothing. That's just, they are putting honey on this one. Maybe they're just reserving these for honey. Maybe when I get to the next frames, there'll be some brood. I don't see her here. All right, so let's go ahead and put that in. I'm going to go ahead and bump it up against the next one so I won't have to worry about doing that and squishing some. Let's check this next one. This next one looks a little bit better. This video may May never make it to the sunlight, who knows. All right, this one feels a good heavier. There's a problem. Okay, so here's some brood, but I have a queen cell in here. So I've got brood and I've got a queen cell, so why in the world? Yeah, there's a queen cell right there. Let me see, I got two of them at least. So let's figure this out. Let me look at this just a minute and I'll bring it over there to you. I don't know why in the world they'd just, unless this is just a swarmy batch, I don't know why in the world they would be ready to swarm. They're not even packed out unless the queen has disappeared, but there is capped brood in here. I don't know if maybe they just didn't like the environment. Yeah, there's plenty of capped brood, but there sure enough is one, two, two queen cells capped on this side. Holy crap. What to do now? Just a minute, I'll bring it over there and show you. I'm just trying to make sure there's, no, just those two on that side. I'm not seeing the queen here. Now where she went, I don't know, because she was, when I split, she was in, and there's obviously brood in here. I don't know, let me bring this over there to you. See, let me see. I hope you can see that queen cell right there. There is one, and then the other one is right over here. So I've got two queen cells on this one. But now see, I do have some brood. There's capped brood, so let's figure out what to do. I'm gonna go ahead and set this one down in here. I don't see the queen on here. I can't figure out why they would be wanting to swarm. They don't even have a full 5-frame nuke. And if I do have brood, I don't know why in the world. That means there's been a queen. All right, I think I see another queen cell down in here. I wonder if she laid a few and then decided to leave. I just don't know. When you're dealing with nature, it's hard to know. Hard to know what to do. So let's see what this one looks like. Queen cells, queen cells. Makes me wonder. That's plenty of brood. Makes me wonder if my little 5-frame nuke, I waited too long and they swarmed off. If you are a professional beekeeper, which I am not, and you are watching this, I would appreciate your input. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 queen cells on this side, no, 5, 6, there's one over here. But there's still plenty of brood. So where is the queen? So where is the queen? I'm gonna start singing a queen song. All right, let me show you this. Queen cells right there. There's one over here. I mean, this is beautiful queen cells. I just wasn't expecting them. But look at all that brood. All the brood and queen cells. This is just a 5-frame nuke. I don't know why they're, and they even had room. I don't know what they're just maybe a swarmy batch of girls. Which it's gonna have to, may change my plans. I can already tell this video is getting longer than I wanted it to be, so I'll just have to edit. Let's see what to do. If they are capped, they're coming out in the next few days. Or today, who knows? I have no idea how long they've been capped. I just wish I could find the queen. Because she's obviously in here with all that brood. Alright, where are you at? I promise you, I'll cut some of this video back so you don't have to just stand there and watch me stare at stuff. A lot of drones. There's another queen cell. I've got queen cells on 3 of the 5 frames. Something must have happened to the queen shortly after she laid a bunch. Where are you? I mean, there just can't be this much brood in here without a queen somewhere. But they obviously knew they was going to do something with making all the queen cells. Gosh, it's beautiful queen cells though. Let me bring that over to you and show you. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? I hope I can get this in frame. Isn't that a beauty? Didn't really want it though. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and put this down in here. I'm going to cut the video off. And I'm going to do another swipe through each frame to see if I can find the queen. Because I know y'all don't want to watch me do that. So hold on, I'll be back. So after 3 unsuccessful attempts, I went through each frame meticulously. There's no queen in this hive anymore, but I did find, gosh, like 6, 7, maybe 8 capped queen cells, so it could be any day now for those. The only thing that I can figure out is that when I did the original split, I took the original queen and I took a buttload of bees. I mean, I packed them in there, and if you'll remember when I first opened it up, I said impressive but not very impressive. It did not have as many bees as it did, I think, when I put in there. So I'm guessing, maybe this is just a educated, common sense guess, I don't know. I'm afraid that this nuke has already swarmed. The original queen probably swarmed off with some of them, and that's why I've still got brood, some capped brood in here, and plenty of queen cells that are ready to be hatched. They could start hatching at any minute or tomorrow or the next day. I really don't know. So the only thing that makes sense to me is this 5-frame nuke. I waited too long. You get busy with life, and I waited too long, and it got packed out. And I'm going to say that the original queen swarmed out, and this is what I'm left with. So what I'm going to do is I picked out 2 really good, big, prominent queen cells that I'm going to keep. and the other 5 or 6, unfortunately, I'm going to cut those out. I know I probably should do some other split and turn this into 2 different hives, and I could do that, but the problem is I'm running out of resources, woodenware. I've still got 3 other traps that are out that have swarms in them that I've got to somehow get into some boxes. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to make that tough call to cut out some of these queen cells and leave 2 of them. And I learned that the hard way. You got to leave 2. You don't want to leave all those queen cells in there because it doesn't always work like the, you know. So my phone ran out of storage and it cut off. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and pick out 2 of the strongest, biggest queen cells that I can see, keep those, and I'm going to cut out the rest of them. And I'll explain why a little later. I've got another video where I messed up and left every one of the queen cells in there, and it turned out to be a mess because I had a bunch of virgin swarms come off the hive. But let me do this a little bit, and then I'll get back with you and show you the 2 that I kept. Okay, let me tell you, that right there is a tough call. I actually went in and cut out 7 or 8 queen cells, and I've narrowed it down to 2 of the best ones, 2 of the best looking ones I could see. So I'm going to show you those 2 that I left real quick. So there's that one. Hopefully the camera's got it in focus. Leaving that one. Make sure I'm showing this right. Now we'll leave that one. And I left the next one, which really is a very strong looking queen cell. I'm impressed with it. The best one I've seen in a while. But leaving that one. I can't see. I hope it's showing up. Maybe I don't see that. Anyway, I'm gonna leave those 2 right there, and hopefully one of them will become the next queen of this throne. Now what I'm going to do, I actually just going to cut the video off because what I'm going to finish up now is I'm going to go ahead and get all 4 of the frames with all the bees and the 2 queen cells pushed in together in the middle of this hive, and then I'm going to populate the rest of it with, I've got a few other frames with a little old comb and stuff in it like that, and get it closed up. And I may give you one last little snippet of when everything's done, but I'm going to turn the video off now because I know you don't want to watch me do this. All right, we got them all moved in. I put the majority of the 4 full frames of bees right in the center. Filled the outer sides with some blank comb. The nectar flow has started here. I'm not too concerned about feeding them, but just to be safe, tomorrow or the next day I'll probably get some sugar water on them. But like I said, I put all the batch of bees in the center, and I left those 2 queen cells right down in there. So hopefully this is going to turn out good. I didn't really plan on doing this today. I just planned on coming out and moving that nuke over, but that's the funny thing about beekeeping. It's always the same and it's always different, and you have to learn to adapt and just basically work with whatever nature gives you. So I'm going to go ahead and put the inner cover on this, put the outer cover on. I've got a few other things to do, but I'm done with this video today. If you have any questions or suggestions or something I should have done differently or better, I'm not a professional. I appreciate constructive criticism, but I hope it helped you. Maybe somebody watching needed to see this. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to put it back together and on to another hive. Thanks for watching, and good luck beekeeping.